The time of the golden egg of the sun. O thou who art in the egg, the book of coming forth by day. Old man time appears. Have faith, little people. The yolk of the holy egg is not meant to spill. Even spilt, the yolk of the holy egg will be the golden dropping water of the dancing waterfall in the center of it all, the sacred center that nobody enters. Take up the faith, people of no faith. The yolk of the holy egg is the golden lake where the whirlwind gate to the ancestors' land twirls eternally its holy hair. Never beginning, never ending, never tiring, never tragedizing either. Imagine that. Even split asunder, slippery like a baby snake, the yolk of the holy egg spreads into earth and fills the aching wound in her heart. The yolk becomes the sacred lake pierced by the vital ancestral whirlwind gate. Here the fishes roll luxuriously belly up looking to heaven, and the dolphin trains run always on time even between dimensions. Have faith! The yolk of the holy egg of your own heart will flourish in divine rhythm. It was Master Sun who cracked himself boldly against the drum pan of the disc universe in a shamanic trance gesture mimicked by the strangely roasted kooky men and wild-brained women banging on pots and pans instead of cooking in them and calling this journeying. And the yolk of the holy egg chirped loud and happy, and baby human spirit was born. And baby human spirit sang this song. Which of the 4 songs is this? There is a sun inside of me, and it is flaring out in big, big, big waves. There is a sun inside of me, and it is no longer burning me alive. It is simply burning and boisterous and beautiful. Every move I make is accompanied by the songs of choirs of never meant to be mended broken angels. You may not hear them, but I do, and that makes them real. Not what you say, but what I hear. Listen. And the shell of the egg twinkled and became a star, the magical star queen. The great song is sung, and old man time distributes time so the people can indeed listen. The people interrupt. Where are we in this story? Hey, all of you big, hairy, wrinkled, warty ones who say you are wise. There is a reason we are afraid of circles. A noose is a circle, is it not? Choking is what a circle does. Old man time responds. There is a reason you people are terrified of circling things. People, and we do not remember this reason. Old man time. It is an old story that broke you out of the circle, that broke the cycle of time, and now what repeats itself is the breaking and not the circle. This is a problem. Are we broken now? Ask the people. Indeed, are we broken, or is there hope for us? Where is the great human spirit? He knew these things. Old man time. Oh, all right. The stars are bothering me for an ending above all. Those ones can't get to the beginning unless the ending is clear. They have roundabout expectations, you see. We won! You hear me? The story is not told yet, but because we won in the story, then we won. All we have to do now is to go through the story. We are the heroes of this story with a good ending, so do not despair. It is one of the paradoxes of the grand stories, says the storyteller. It is what makes them into holy circles, sacred dances. You already won because that is the story, but still, in order to win, you must go through the story. By entering the story, by conquering your fear, by crossing over the threshold of the great unknown, stepping over the snake and heading on out into the desert, by entering you win. And yet you cannot win without going through the story. The snakes, they know why this is. That is how old man time works. He doesn't like to justify himself, you see. Will you enter? Do you have the courage? Thus asks Old Man Time. Hey, why are you storytelling us? Cry the people. God is a conspiracy theorist. God wants us to stop believing in science and facts and rationalism. Why are you twisting us into your story instead of giving us facts? Hey, God, why so many origin stories? Old Man Time. Outrage, misunderstandings, anger, frustration, denial. This is certainly one way of entering into the glorious dance. It is perhaps not the most graceful way of entering into the story of grand beginnings, but it's a start. Meaning, a beginning. Finally, the time of the factual, scientificalized beginning! A warning from your storyteller. This is another beginning. The stars scarfed up the ending we served them, and now they want a beginning so they can go through the story. But of course, in a different way this time. The stars abhor literal repetition. They need their dishes in a spiral way. Variety is their twinkling spice. Old Man Time, the greatest storyteller of them all, whoops. Big-headed, birdie-bearded one, give them the facts. Big-beaked bird of wise dimensions and sacred proportions. Let me tell you then, these are the facts, the real factual facts. In the beginning, Old Man Time had a hunger for a pizza, and he made some dough and netted it first with his right hand, and then with his left hand, and then with the fire of his right hand, and then with the water of his left hand, and then he looked upon it with the fire of his right eye and with the water of his left eye, and the wind underneath his wings heated up the dough, and because this was Old Man Time, all of these things may very well have happened simultaneously and in sequential order and in reverse all at once. The dough now went round and round and round in the hands of Old Man Time, and the dough got bigger and wider like a round flat pizza, hunger and more enormous yet. And he sang as he worked, Old Man Time did, because it ain't work if you're not singing, and a pizza needs to be cooked with a song in its heart like everything else. And the pizza flew bigger and rounder as Old Man Time called, "Bring forth the ingredients," and that was when the first baby stars began their initial fall in those early showers across a young sky, starring the pizza with glittering inspiration. A jar and fluent interruption. The forgetful people have forgotten how to listen. People. Hey, God, we know how it all began. It was an accident, a big explosion like a bomb. Yes, like a bomb. Bombs are very factual. It was a big bang bomb and explosion, and then everything else. We know all about bombs. We make them. We are inspired by our story of our beginning. We want our bombs to make new life, but thus far our bombs only blow up and kill things, but we are sure that at some point they will begin spawning life like that first big bang bomb. We know how it all began, the big beginning. We know how it will end too, the big ending. It will end with robots. They will win. Our scientificalists who know these things have informed us consciously, subconsciously, in brainwaves, dream states, and on YouTube as well. In the end, we will become robots, those of us who will succeed, according to scientificalists et al. Oh dear. Let's take this now argument into the most meaningful of spiritual cathedrals, the court of human law. Welcome the prosecutor. We humans know very well that survival is the goal of life. Beauty is not a goal. Creating something beautiful is merely frivolity for those who are rich enough. Survival is the key. If you survive, you win. Winning is the goal. There is no other goal, no other meaning. Love is give or take, but food is not. Therefore, having a lot of money is also a goal because it increases your chances of survival. Love does not actually increase your chances of survival. In itself, it is extremely risky because it invites the possibility, in fact, the probability, let's be honest, of betrayal. Because love makes betrayal probable, and because love invites the insanity of strange generosity, of time wasting through lovemaking, of doing things like gazing into each other's eyes for hours or even days at a time without thinking about food. Therefore, love is not conducive to survival. Gazing into each other's eyes, let's be reasonable now. This will not help us survive as a species. The universe birthed itself into existence for the sake of survival, and following this grand act of beginning this game that we are still playing, the universe went through a cathartic series of near-total failures, which were then repeated by our Earth. The Earth is striving to create a species that will survive no matter what. The Earth has finally succeeded in birthing human beings who will never die, or who will make the computers that will never die. The species before us, the great executed extinctions, blah, 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 they were failures of adaptation. Adaptation means adjusting to what everyone else says is true, but especially the headlines of newspapers. This is why schools still teach children how to read.